There's a school of thought that the U.S. doesn't need to do its own manufacturing. Why make stuff in the U.S. if it can be imported more cheaply from abroad? One answer is jobs, but there's another big reason. Manufacturing in America is a matter of national security. The United States is at risk if potential enemies suddenly stop supplying parts for weapons systems. The Big Five defense contractors depend on technology and manufacturing know-how developed by the civilian sector, and the U.S. civilian manufacturing base is gradually eroding. This is forcing the defense sector to look overseas at times for the parts it needs. Free trade agreements do allow for purchases from close allies. The Pentagon can also grant waivers from the Buy American Act when contractors can't find what they need in the U.S. But there's a problem. The world's biggest manufacturer is also an emerging military rival, China. Federal law prohibits the Pentagon from buying weapons or parts from China. That's getting tougher to avoid because China simply dominates the market for some critical components. Take printed circuit boards, which go into military systems from missiles to ships to trucks. A Defense Department report says China makes close to half of the world's printed circuit boards. China's also slowly building strength in other electronics, including semiconductors. And it's the largest producer of a chemical compound used in detonators for over 200 kinds of munitions. Without singling out China, the Pentagon warns that if key parts aren't made in America, the U.S. risks supply disruption, theft of its technology, or even sabotage. The trouble is, Buy American laws can also make domestic manufacturers inefficient and expensive by shielding them from competition. And the U.S. already spends more on its military than the next 8 countries combined.